Key concept: transition stage. The transition stage refers to a specific phase in group development where members begin to move from one stage to another. This stage often involves changes in dynamics, roles, and relationships. The transition stage. The transition stage refers to a specific phase in group development where members begin to move from one stage to another. This stage often involves changes in dynamics, roles, and relationships as the group adapts to new challenges or shifts in focus. Understanding the transition stage is important for both group members and leaders to ensure smooth progress and effective collaboration. Key concepts. 1. Definition of transition stage. The transition stage is the period when a group is shifting from one developmental phase to another, such as moving from the storming stage to the norming stage, or from norming to performing. It is characterized by changes in how members interact and how they view their roles within the group. 2. Characteristics of the transition stage. Increased awareness. Members start to become more aware of group dynamics and how their behaviors affect others. They may recognize the need for change or improvement. Conflict resolution. During this stage, unresolved conflict from the previous stage may surface. Members need to address these issues to move forward effectively. Role adjustment. Members may begin to adjust their roles and responsibilities as they adapt to the group's evolving needs. This may involve taking on new tasks or supporting others in different ways. 3. Importance of the transition stage. The transition stage is crucial for a group's development because it sets the foundation for how well the group will function in the next phase. Successfully navigating the stage can lead to stronger relationships, better communication, and improved collaboration. Important details. Challenges during the transition stage. This stage can be challenging as members may experience uncertainty, discomfort, or resistance to change. It's important for the group to work through these feelings to achieve progress. Facilitating the transition. Leaders can play a key role in guiding the group through this stage. They can help facilitate discussions, encourage open communication, and provide support as members navigate changes. Signs of a successful transition. Indicators that a group is successfully moving through the transition stage include improved communication, increased trust among members, and a clearer understanding of group goals and roles. Examples. 1. In a classroom setting, a project group may be in the transition stage as they move from discussing ideas to setting specific tasks. During this time, some members might need to resolve disagreements about who will handle which parts of the project. Once they do this, they can start working together more effectively. 2. In a sports team may experience a transition stage after a loss. Players might need to address any conflicts that arose during the game before they can refocus on their training and strategies for the next match. Once these issues are resolved, they can move forward as a more cohesive unit. 3. In a work environment, a team implementing a new project might go through a transition stage when they shift from brainstorming ideas to creating a detailed plan. During this time, team members may need to discuss and clarify their roles to ensure everyone knows what they need to do. Successfully resolving any confusion will help the team move into the performing stage, where they can execute their plan. Conclusion. The transition stage is a vital phase in group development that involves shifting dynamics, resolving conflicts, and adjusting roles as the group moves toward greater cohesion and effectiveness. Recognizing the importance of this stage helps group members and leaders facilitate progress, enhance communication, and build stronger relationships. By navigating the transition stage successfully, groups can set themselves up for success in their next phase of development. Power and control. Power and control are concepts that refer to the ability of individuals or groups to influence or direct the behavior and actions of others. Understanding these concepts is important in various contexts, including relationships, organizations, and social settings. Key concepts. 1. Definition of power. Power is the capacity or ability to influence others or make decisions that affect people's lives. It can come from various sources, such as authority, expertise, or relationships. 2. Types of power. Positional power. This type of power comes from a person's position or role within an organization or group. For example, a manager has positional power over their employees because of their authority to make decisions and assign tasks. Personal power. This power comes from an individual's personal qualities, such as charisma, expertise, or persuasive abilities. Someone who is well respected for their knowledge in a subject may have personal power, even if they don't hold a formal position. Coercive power. This power is based on the ability to punish or control others through fear. For instance, a leader who threatens to fire employees for poor performance is using coercive power. Reward power. This type of power involves the ability to provide rewards or incentives. A teacher who offers extra credit for good participation has reward power. Referent power. This power comes from being liked or admired. A popular student may have referent power among their peers, influencing their opinions and actions. 3. Definition of control. Control refers to the ability to direct or manage the behavior of others. It involves exerting influence over people and situations to achieve desired outcomes. Important details. The relationship between power and control. Power and control are closely linked. Having power often enables individuals or groups to exert control over others. For example, a team leader with authority can control the direction of a project and the roles of team members. Impact of power and control. The way power and control are used can greatly affect relationships and group dynamics. Positive use of power can lead to collaboration and motivation, while negative use can create fear, resentment, and conflict. Ethics and responsibility. With power comes responsibility. It is important for those in positions of power to use their influence ethically and consider how their actions impact others. Abuse of power can lead to negative consequences for individuals and groups. Examples. 1. In a workplace, a manager who provides constructive feedback and support to their team uses their positional power positively. This approach can motivate employees and foster a collaborative environment. In contrast, a manager who frequently criticizes their team harshly may create a culture of fear, leading to dissatisfaction and poor performance. 2. In relationships. In personal relationships, one partner may have more decision-making power, such as financial control. If used fairly and with respect, this can lead to a balanced partnership. However, if one partner uses their power to dominate or manipulate the other, it can lead to unhealthy dynamics. 3. In politics, political leaders wield power through their positions, enabling them to create laws and policies. When they use this power to serve the public good, they can inspire trust and support. However, if they abuse their power to suppress dissent or control the media, it can lead to unrest and conflict. 4. In group settings. In a student group project, a member who takes the lead and helps organize tasks demonstrates power through their initiative. If this person encourages collaboration and values everyone's input, it creates a positive atmosphere. Conversely, if they dominate discussions and disregard others' ideas, it can lead to frustration and disengagement. Conclusion. Power and control are fundamental concepts that shape interactions in various contexts. Understanding the different types of power and how they relate to control can help individuals navigate relationships and group dynamics more effectively. Using power responsibly and ethically fosters positive interactions, while abuse of power can lead to conflict and negative outcomes. Recognizing these dynamics is essential for creating healthy environments in personal, professional, and social settings. Forming, storming, norming. Forming, storming, and norming are three important stages in group development that describe how groups evolve as they work together. These stages help us understand the process groups go through as they learn to collaborate effectively. Key concepts. 1. Forming stage. Definition. The forming stage is the initial phase when a group comes together for the first time. Members are usually polite and tentative as they get to know each other and learn about the group's purpose. Characteristics. Group members may feel excitement and nervousness. Individuals are focused on understanding their roles and the group's goals. Communication is usually polite, as members are trying to make a good impression. Example. In a classroom setting, a new group of students assigned to work on a project might spend the first meeting introducing themselves, discussing their interests, and outlining what they hope to achieve together. 2. Storming stage. Definition. The storming stage occurs when conflicts and disagreements arise among group members. This stage is critical for the group's development as members start to express their individual opinions and personalities. Characteristics. Tensions may surface as people challenge each other's ideas. Members may experience frustration and confusion as they navigate differing opinions. This stage can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth and understanding. Example: in the same classroom project, students might disagree on how to approach the assignment. One student may want to focus on research, while another prefers to create visual presentations. This disagreement can lead to arguments or discussions that help clarify each person's perspective. 3. Norming stage. Definition. The norming stage follows the storming phase, where the group begins to establish norms or shared expectations for how they will work together. This is when relationships start to strengthen. Characteristics. Members develop a sense of camaraderie and trust. The group creates guidelines for communication and collaboration. Individuals start to recognize and appreciate each other's strengths and contributions. Example: after resolving conflicts in the project group, students may agree on how to divide tasks based on each member's strengths. They might establish a rule that everyone should participate in discussions and provide feedback on each other's work. This leads to a more cohesive and supportive group environment. Important details. Role of communication. Effective communication is essential in all 3 stages. Informing. Clear introductions and goal setting help set the tone. During storming, open discussions about disagreements can lead to resolution. In norming, ongoing communication reinforces teamwork and collaboration. Importance of leadership. Leaders play a crucial role in guiding the group through these stages. They can facilitate discussions, help mediate conflicts, and encourage collaboration to ensure the group progresses smoothly. Navigating each stage. Understanding that these stages are normal can help group members navigate challenges. Recognizing that storming is a natural part of group development can reduce frustration and encourage constructive conflict resolution. Conclusion. Forming, storming, and norming are essential stages in group development that describe how groups evolve as they work together. The forming stage focuses on introductions and goal setting. The storming stage involves navigating conflicts and disagreements, and the norming stage emphasizes building relationships and establishing guidelines for collaboration. Understanding these stages can help individuals and leaders work more effectively in groups, ultimately leading to better teamwork and outcomes. Performing stage. The performing stage is a key phase in group development where the group functions at its highest level. During this stage, members work collaboratively and effectively to achieve their goals. Understanding this stage is important for recognizing how successful teams operate and what factors contribute to their effectiveness. Key concepts. 1. Definition of the performing stage. The performing stage occurs after the group has successfully navigated the earlier stages of forming, storming, and norming. In this phase, the group is focused on achieving its objectives and working together smoothly. 2. Characteristics of the performing stage. High collaboration. Members collaborate effectively, sharing ideas and responsibilities. They trust each other and communicate openly. Clear roles. Each member understands their role within the group and how they contribute to the overall goals. This clarity helps streamline efforts and reduces confusion. Problem solving. The group can handle challenges and conflicts constructively. Members work together to find solutions rather than letting disagreements hinder progress. Productivity. The group is productive and efficient, often achieving high-quality results. Members are focused on their tasks and support one another to meet deadlines. 3. Importance of the performing stage. This stage is crucial because it represents the culmination of the group's efforts. When a group reaches this stage, it can accomplish its goals more effectively and produce better outcomes. A strong performing group can also adapt to new challenges and changes more easily. Important details. Sustaining performance. While the performing stage is where groups excel, it's important to maintain this level of performance. Continued communication, support, and recognition of achievements help keep motivation high. Leadership role. Leaders play a vital role in ensuring that the group remains focused and productive. They can provide guidance, facilitate discussions, and encourage collaboration while allowing members to take ownership of their roles. Transitioning to adjourning. As the group completes its tasks, it may transition to the adjourning stage, where members reflect on their experiences and celebrate their achievements. This transition is important for recognizing the group's hard work and fostering closure. Examples. 1. In a classroom project, a group of students reaches the performing stage when they work seamlessly together to complete their project. Each member knows their responsibilities, contributes ideas, and supports one another, resulting in a high-quality presentation. 2. In a sports team, a basketball team that has developed strong teamwork and communication can perform effectively during games. Players understand their roles, trust each other's abilities, and can adapt strategies based on the flow of the game, leading to successful performances. 3. In a workplace, a project team in a business reaches the performing stage when they collaborate to meet a critical deadline. Team members share tasks, provide feedback, and resolve issues quickly, leading to a successful project launch and satisfaction among stakeholders. Conclusion. The performing stage is a vital part of group development where members collaborate effectively, communicate openly, and work towards achieving their goals. Understanding the characteristics of this stage helps recognize what makes groups successful and how they can maintain high levels of performance. By fostering collaboration and supporting each other, groups can achieve outstanding results and navigate challenges effectively. Adjourning stage. The adjourning stage is the final phase in the group development process. This stage occurs when the group has completed its tasks or goals, and members begin to disband or move on to new projects. Understanding this stage is important to recognize how groups can end positively and reflect on their experiences. Key concepts. 1. Definition of the adjourning stage. The adjourning stage is the phase where the group wraps up its work, reflects on its accomplishments, and prepares to disband. This stage is also known as the mourning stage because members may feel sadness about leaving a group they've become attached to. 2. Characteristics of the adjourning stage. Reflection. Members reflect on what they learned and how they grew during their time together. This can involve discussing successes, challenges, and individual contributions. Celebration. The group may celebrate its achievements, acknowledging the hard work and collaboration that led to their success. This can help create a positive ending. Closure. Members may feel a sense of closure as they finish their tasks and say goodbye to one another. This can be an emotional time, especially if strong relationships were built. 3. Importance of the adjourning stage. This stage is essential because it allows members to process their experiences and acknowledge the value of their work together. It also helps individuals transition smoothly to new roles or projects. Important details. Emotional impact. The adjourning stage can bring mixed emotions. While members may feel proud of their accomplishments, they might also feel sadness or loss about leaving the group. Recognizing these feelings is important for healthy closure. Creating a positive experience. Groups can enhance the adjourning experience by holding a final meeting, sharing memories, and discussing the impact of their work. This can help solidify the bonds formed during the group's time together. Future connections. Encouraging members to keep in touch or stay connected after the group ends can foster ongoing relationships and support networks, which can be beneficial for personal and professional growth. Examples. 1. In a classroom setting. After completing a group project, students might hold a final meeting to present their work and discuss what they learned. They could also celebrate with a small party or a shared meal, allowing everyone to acknowledge their contributions and friendships before parting ways. 2. In a sports team. At the end of sports season, a team may have a closing ceremony where they recognize individual players for their efforts and achievements. This event allows teammates to reflect on their experiences and celebrate the season together before moving on to the next one. 3. In a work project. At the conclusion of a project, team members might gather for a debriefing session, discussing what went well and what could be improved for future projects. They may also share personal insights and express gratitude to one another, providing a sense of closure before disbanding. Conclusion. The adjourning stage is a critical part of group development that focuses on wrapping up work, reflecting on experiences, and celebrating achievements. Understanding this stage helps recognize the emotional aspects of ending a group's work and the importance of creating a positive closure. By acknowledging their accomplishments and maintaining connections, group members can leave with a sense of fulfillment and readiness for future endeavors. Orientation, a simple explanation. What is orientation? Orientation is the process of getting familiar with a new environment, situation, or activity. In various contexts, it helps individuals understand their surroundings, roles, and expectations. This can happen in schools, workplaces, or even when moving to a new city. Key concepts of orientation. 1. Purpose of orientation. The main goal of orientation is to help individuals feel comfortable and confident in a new setting. It provides essential information that makes the transition smoother. 2. Types of orientation. Academic orientation. This is common in schools and universities. New students learn about the school's rules, facilities, academic programs, and support services. For example, a college orientation might include campus tours, meetings with advisors, and introductions to clubs. Workplace orientation. When starting a new job, employees go through orientation to understand their roles, company policies, and workplace culture. They might receive training on specific tasks or learn about employee benefits. Cultural orientation. This type helps individuals understand and adapt to a new cultural environment. For instance, immigrants might attend orientation sessions to learn about local customs, laws, and social norms. 3. Components of orientation. Information sharing. This includes providing details about schedules, policies, and available resources. For example, in a school orientation, students might receive a handbook with important dates and contact information. Guided tours. Physical tours of a new environment help individuals locate important areas, such as classrooms, offices, or break rooms. For example, a campus tour shows students where to find the library or cafeteria. Q&A sessions. These sessions allow newcomers to ask questions and clarify any uncertainties. This interaction helps build a sense of community. Important details. Duration of orientation. Orientation can last from a few hours to several days, depending on the complexity of the environment. A workplace orientation might last a week, while a college orientation could span several days. Involvement of mentors. Sometimes experienced individuals guide newcomers through the orientation process. For instance, upperclassmen may help freshmen by sharing tips about classes and activities. Follow-up support. After the initial orientation, ongoing support is crucial. This could mean having regular check-ins, workshops, or resources available for newcomers to continue learning. Examples to illustrate orientation. 1. School example. Imagine a high school student starting a new school. During orientation, they're shown around the building, meet their teachers, and learn about the rules, such as dress codes and bell schedules. This helps them feel less anxious on their first day. 2. Workplace example. Consider a recent college graduate starting their first job. During their orientation, they learn about the company's mission, meet their coworkers, and receive training on using specific software. This helps them feel prepared and confident as they start their new role. 3. Cultural example. Think about someone moving to a new country. They attend an orientation program where they learn about local customs, language basics, and essential services like healthcare. This knowledge helps them adapt and integrate into their new community. Summary. Orientation is a vital process that helps individuals adjust to new environments, whether in school, work, or culture. By providing information, tours, and support, orientation ensures newcomers feel welcomed and equipped to succeed in their new situations. Understanding this process is essential for smooth transitions and positive experiences in any new setting. Conflict, a simple explanation. What is conflict? Conflict happens when two or more people, groups, or ideas disagree or clash with each other. It can occur in various settings, such as at home, in school, at work, or even in society. Understanding conflict is important because it helps us learn how to resolve disagreements and improve relationships. Key concepts of conflict. 1. Types of conflict. Interpersonal conflict. This is a disagreement between two individuals. For example, friends might argue over a misunderstanding or differing opinions on a topic. Intrapersonal conflict. This occurs within a single person. It involves conflicting thoughts, feelings, or desires. For instance, a student might struggle with whether to study for an exam or go out with friends. Group conflict. This happens when groups disagree, such as in teams or organizations. An example could be a debate among team members about the best way to approach a project. 2. Sources of conflict. Differences in values. Conflicts often arise from differing beliefs or values. For example, two people may have different views on political issues, leading to heated discussions. Miscommunication. Poor communication can create misunderstandings, resulting in conflict. For instance, if someone misunderstands a comment as an insult, it could lead to an argument. Competition for resources. Conflict can occur when individuals or groups compete for limited resources, such as money, time, or recognition. For example, two students might compete for a scholarship, leading to tension. 3. Stages of conflict. Latent stage. This is when the potential for conflict exists but has not yet surfaced. For example, if team members feel frustrated but haven't expressed it, conflict is latent. Emerging stage. This is when the conflict begins to surface, often as small disagreements. For instance, if team members start expressing their frustrations, the conflict is emerging. Escalation stage. At this point, the conflict intensifies, with emotions running high. Arguments may become more frequent, and relationships may become strained. Resolution stage. In this stage, efforts are made to resolve the conflict. This can involve discussions, compromises, or mediation to find solution. Important details. Conflict resolution. This refers to the methods used to resolve conflicts. Effective resolution involves communication, understanding different perspectives, and finding common ground. For example, a mediator may help two friends talk through their issues calmly to reach an agreement. Positive and negative aspects. While conflict is often seen as negative, it can also have positive outcomes. For instance, conflict can lead to new ideas, improved relationships, and personal growth when resolved constructively. Emotional impact. Conflict can cause stress, frustration, and anxiety. It's essential to recognize these feelings and address them. For example, someone involved in a conflict might feel overwhelmed and need support from friends or family. Examples to illustrate conflict. 1. Interpersonal conflict example. Imagine two friends who both want to use the same group project idea. They start arguing about whose idea is better, which leads to hurt feelings. To resolve the conflict, they could sit down, discuss their ideas, and combine them into a stronger project. 2. Interpersonal conflict example. Picture a student facing a dilemma about studying for an important exam or attending a concert with friends. They feel torn between their desire to have fun and the need to do well in school. To resolve this, they might decide to study first and then attend the concert afterward. 3. Group conflict example. Consider a sports team that can't agree on a strategy for an upcoming game. Some players prefer one approach, while others want a different tactic. This disagreement can cause tension. To resolve it, the team could hold a meeting to discuss each strategy and decide together what works best. Summary. Conflict is a natural part of human interaction that occurs when disagreements arise. Understanding the types, sources, and stages of conflict can help us navigate and resolve disputes effectively. By using communication and seeking common ground, we can turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and better relationships. Cohesion, a simple explanation. What is cohesion? Cohesion refers to the way different parts of a group or community stick together and work as a unified whole. It is about the bonds and connections between individuals that create a sense of belonging and teamwork. Cohesion is important in various settings, such as families, schools, workplaces, and communities, as it fosters cooperation and support. Key concepts of cohesion. 1. Types of cohesion. Social cohesion. This type involves the relationships and bonds between individuals in a community. It reflects how well people get along and support each other. For example, a group of friends who help each other through tough times demonstrates social cohesion. Group cohesion. This refers to the connections within a specific group, such as a sports team or a work project team. High group cohesion means members work well together, share common goals, and trust one another. For instance, a basketball team that trains together and communicates effectively shows strong group cohesion. 2. Factors that promote cohesion. Shared goals. When individuals have common objectives, it brings them together. For example, students working on a group project with a shared goal of achieving a good grade will likely feel more cohesive. Effective communication. Open and honest communication fosters understanding and trust among group members. For example, Team members who regularly share ideas and feedback are more likely to develop strong relationships. Mutual support. When individuals support each other emotionally and practically, it strengthens their bonds. For example, if one team member is struggling, others offering help and encouragement promotes cohesion. 3. Importance of cohesion. Improved performance. Groups with high cohesion often perform better because members collaborate effectively. For example, a cohesive work team is likely to complete projects successfully due to their teamwork and communication. Increased satisfaction. Individuals tend to feel more satisfied and happy when they are part of a cohesive group. For instance, students who feel a sense of belonging in a school club are more likely to enjoy their experience. Conflict resolution. Cohesion can help resolve conflicts more easily. When group members trust each other, they are more willing to discuss issues and find solutions together. Important details. Cohesion versus groupthink. While cohesion is generally positive, excessive cohesion can lead to groupthink, where members prioritize harmony over critical thinking. For example, a group may ignore important information to avoid conflict, which can lead to poor decision-making. Building cohesion. Leaders and group members can foster cohesion by organizing team-building activities, encouraging participation, and celebrating achievements. For instance, a workplace might host team-building exercises to strengthen relationships among employees. Diversity and cohesion. Diverse groups can achieve high cohesion by embracing differences and fostering inclusivity. Understanding and valuing different perspectives can enhance creativity and problem-solving. Examples to illustrate cohesion. 1. Social cohesion example. Imagine a neighborhood where residents regularly gather for community events, like block parties or cleanup days. This creates a sense of belonging and connection, leading to strong social cohesion among neighbors. 2. Group cohesion example. Consider a soccer team that practices together regularly and supports each other both on and off the field. When players celebrate each other's successes and communicate openly, their group cohesion will be high, resulting in better teamwork during games. 3. Workplace cohesion example. Picture a project team in an office that meets frequently to discuss progress and challenges. They encourage one another and share credit for successes. This environment fosters cohesion, leading to a more productive and positive workplace culture. Summary. Cohesion is the bond that holds individuals together in a group or community, promoting teamwork and support. By understanding the types of cohesion, factors that promote it, and its importance, individuals can work towards building stronger relationships and achieving common goals. Cohesion leads to improved performance, increased satisfaction, and better conflict resolution, making it essential for any group or community to thrive. Termination, a simple explanation. What is termination? Termination refers to the ending of a process, relationship, or agreement. It can happen in various contexts, such as employment, contracts, or services. Understanding termination is important because it affects how individuals and organizations manage their responsibilities and relationships. Key concepts of termination. 1. Types of termination. Employment termination. This occurs when an employee's job is ended by either the employer or the employee. It can be voluntary or involuntary. For example, an employee might resign to pursue another job, or they might be laid off due to company downsizing. Contract termination. This happens when an agreement between two parties is ended before its intended completion. It can occur due to mutual agreement, breach of contract, or fulfillment of obligations. For instance, if a contractor fails to complete a home renovation on time, the homeowner might terminate the contract. Service termination. This refers to ending a service agreement, such as a subscription or membership. For example, a person might choose to terminate their gym membership if they no longer use the facility. 2. Reasons for termination. Performance issues. In employment, poor performance or failure to meet expectations can lead to termination. For example, an employee who consistently misses deadlines may be let go. Misconduct. Unacceptable behavior, such as theft or harassment, can result in immediate termination. For instance, an employee caught stealing from the company may be fired. Organizational changes. Companies may undergo restructuring or downsizing, leading to job terminations. For example, if a company merges with another, some positions may become redundant. Contract breach. If one party fails to fulfill their obligations in a contract, the other party may terminate the agreement. For example, if a tenant stops paying rent, the landlord can terminate the rental agreement. 3. Process of termination. Notice, in many cases, a notice period is required before termination. This gives the affected party time to prepare for the change. For example, an employer might give an employee 2 weeks' notice before their last working day. Documentation. Proper documentation is crucial during termination. This includes written notices, performance reviews, and any relevant communications. For example, an employee may receive a termination letter explaining the reasons for their dismissal. Exit interviews. In employment termination, exit interviews can be conducted to gather feedback and understand the reasons behind the departure. This can help the organization improve its practices. For instance, a company might ask an employee why they're leaving to identify areas for improvement. Important details. Legal considerations. Termination must comply with labor laws and regulations. Employers must ensure that terminations are fair and do not discriminate against any employee based on race, gender, age, or other protected characteristics. Impact on individuals. Termination can have emotional and financial effects on individuals. Losing a job can lead to stress and uncertainty, while ending a contract can create challenges in finding new agreements. Support during transition. Organizations may offer support to individuals facing termination, such as career counseling, job placement services, or severance packages. For example, a company might provide resume workshops to help laid-off employees find new jobs. Examples to illustrate termination. 1. Employment termination example. Imagine a teacher who decides to leave their job to pursue a different career. They submit their resignation letter to the school principal, completing the necessary notice period before their final day of work. 2. Contract termination example. Picture a couple who hired a contractor to build a deck. After multiple delays and poor workmanship, they decide to terminate the contract. They provide written notice to the contractor, explaining the reasons for their decision. 3. Service termination example. Consider a person who has a subscription to a streaming service. They realize they no longer watch it and decide to terminate their subscription online. They follow the service's cancellation process and receive a confirmation of termination. Summary. Termination is the process of ending a relationship, agreement, or service in various contexts, such as employment, contracts, or memberships. Understanding the types, reasons, and processes involved in termination is essential for managing change effectively. By being aware of legal considerations and potential impacts, individuals can navigate terminations with greater clarity and support. Pre-affiliation, a simple explanation. What is pre-affiliation? Pre-affiliation refers to the process of preparing for a formal connection or association with a group, organization, or community. It involves getting ready to join and understanding what it means to be a part of that group. This concept is often seen in contexts like schools, clubs, or professional organizations, where individuals need to feel comfortable and informed before officially becoming members. Key concepts of pre-affiliation. 1. Purpose of pre-affiliation. The main goal of pre-affiliation is to help individuals understand the values, goals, and culture of the group they are considering joining. This preparation can make the transition smoother and ensure that new members feel welcome and engaged. 2. Stages of pre-affiliation. Exploration. This is the initial stage where individuals learn about the group. They might attend meetings, read about the organization, or talk to current members. For example, a high school student interested in joining a club might attend a few meetings to see if it fits their interests. Evaluation. In this stage, individuals assess whether the group aligns with their values and goals. They consider whether they want to commit their time and energy. For instance, a student might weigh the benefits of joining a sports team against their academic responsibilities. Commitment. Once individuals feel confident about their decision, they can formally join the group. This might involve filling out applications or attending orientation sessions. For example, after evaluating a club, a student may decide to officially sign up and participate in events. 3. Importance of pre-affiliation. Informed decision-making. Pre-affiliation allows individuals to make informed choices about joining a group. They can ask questions and gather information to ensure it's the right fit for them. Building relationships. This process helps individuals connect with existing members, which can lead to friendships and a sense of belonging. For example, getting to know members of a club before joining can make the new member feel more comfortable. Understanding expectations. Pre-affiliation prepares individuals for what is expected of them as members. This hashtag pre-affiliation, a simple explanation. What is pre-affiliation? Pre-affiliation is the very first stage of group development. Think of it as the getting to know you phase. Before members can truly commit to a group or feel like they belong, they need to figure out if the group is safe, what the rules are, and whether they want to be part of it. During this stage, people are usually cautious, anxious, and looking for direction. Key concepts of pre-affiliation. 1. Anxiety and apprehension. Because the environment is new, members often feel nervous. They are wondering, will I be accepted here, or what is expected of me? This anxiety is a normal part of the process. 2. Dependency on the leader. Since members don't know each other well yet, they look to the group leader or facilitator for structure. They want the leader to tell them what to do, how to act, and what the goals are. They rely on the leader to keep things organized and safe. 3. Testing the waters. Members are essentially testing the group. They observe how others react to what they say. They're trying to determine if it is safe to share their true feelings or if they should keep their contributions superficial and polite. 4. Seeking acceptance. The primary motivation during this stage is to find a place in the group. Members want to feel like they fit in. They're often very careful with their words to avoid being rejected or judged by the other participants. Important details. The goal of safety. The most important task in the pre-affiliation stage is establishing trust. For a group to move forward, members need to feel that they are in a secure environment where they won't be harmed or humiliated. Superficial interaction. Don't expect deep, personal sharing right away. In this stage, conversations are usually polite, guarded, and focused on the here and now, or logistical details rather than deep emotional issues. Ambivalence. Members often feel torn. They want to be part of the group, but they're also afraid of the vulnerability that comes with joining. This push and pull feeling is typical of pre-affiliation. Examples to illustrate pre-affiliation. 1. The first day of a new club. Imagine a student joining a new after-school club. When they walk into the room, they might stand near the door, look for a familiar face, and wait for the club president to start the meeting. They won't start sharing their deepest secrets immediately. They're just checking out the vibe and waiting for instructions. 2. A new support group. In a therapy or support group, the first session is almost always a pre-affiliation stage. Members sit quietly, look at the floor, or make small talk about the weather or the room temperature. They're waiting for the counselor to explain the rules of the group and show them that it is safe to speak. 3. A new work team. When a project team is formed, the first meeting is usually about defining roles and expectations. Team members are polite and formal. They're trying to figure out who the leader is, what the project goals are, and how they should interact with their new colleagues before they start taking risks or sharing creative ideas. Summary. Pre-affiliation is the stage of approach and avoidance. Members are interested in the group, but are also hesitant to fully commit until they feel safe. By providing clear structure, encouraging participation, and creating a welcoming atmosphere, a leader can help members move past this initial anxiety and into the next stages of group development, where deeper trust and collaboration can occur. Orientation and exploration, a simple explanation. What are orientation and exploration? Orientation and exploration are two important processes that help individuals adjust to new environments, experiences, or ideas. They often occur in settings like education, therapy, or group activities. Understanding these concepts is crucial for successfully adapting and engaging in new situations. Key concepts of orientation. 1. Purpose of orientation. Orientation is about getting familiar with a new environment or situation. Its goal is to provide information and support to help individuals feel comfortable and confident. For example, when starting a new school, students attend an orientation to learn about the facilities, rules, and resources available to them. 2. Components of orientation. Information sharing. Orientation involves giving important details about what to expect. This can include schedules, policies and available resources. For instance, a college orientation might include a presentation about academic programs and student services. Guided tours. Newcomers are often shown around their new environment. This helps them locate key areas, such as classrooms or offices. For example, a tour of a university campus helps students know where to find the library, dining hall, and lecture halls. Support systems. Orientation also introduces individuals to support systems like mentors or advisors who can help them navigate their new surroundings. For instance, new employees might meet their supervisors during orientation to understand workplace expectations. Key concepts of exploration. 1. Purpose of exploration. Exploration involves actively seeking out new experiences, knowledge, or understanding within a given context. It encourages curiosity and a desire to learn more about oneself and the environment. For example, a student exploring different clubs at school is looking for interests and social connections. 2. Components of exploration. Curiosity and inquiry. Exploration is driven by questions and a desire to learn. Individuals may ask questions or seek information to deepen their understanding. For instance, a student might ask about the requirements for joining a sports team or the benefits of participating in a particular activity. Engagement. This involves participating in activities or discussions to gain first-hand experiences. For example, attending meetings or trying out activities allows individuals to see what they enjoy and what fits them best. Reflection. After exploring, it's important for individuals to reflect on their experiences to understand what they learned and how they feel. For example, after trying different clubs, a student might think about which one made them feel most comfortable and excited. Important details. Interconnection of orientation and exploration. Orientation often sets the stage for exploration. When individuals feel informed and supported, they are more likely to explore their environment and engage in new experiences. For example, after an orientation session, a student is more likely to visit clubs and activities that interest them. Building confidence. Both orientation and exploration help build confidence. When individuals understand their environment and feel supported, they are more willing to step out of their comfort zones. For example, a new employee who knows their role and meets supportive colleagues is more likely to take on new challenges at work. Creating a sense of belonging. Engaging in orientation and exploration fosters a sense of belonging. Individuals learn about shared goals, values, and interests, which helps them connect with others. For instance, participating in group activities during orientation can help students make friends and feel part of the school community. Examples to illustrate orientation and exploration. 1. School orientation example. Imagine a student starting high school. During orientation, they receive a schedule, meet teachers, and tour the building. Afterward, they explore different clubs and activities during a club fair, asking questions, and signing up for those that interest them. 2. Workplace orientation example. Consider a new employee at a company. They attend an orientation where they learn about company policies, meet their team, and tour the office. Later, they explore their role by shadowing a colleague and asking questions about their tasks and responsibilities. 3. Therapy orientation example. In a therapy setting, a client may go through an orientation session to understand the process and goals of therapy. They might then explore their feelings and experiences during sessions, actively engaging in discussions about their lives and challenges. Summary. Orientation and exploration are essential processes for adapting to new environments and experiences. Orientation provides the necessary information and support to help individuals feel comfortable, while exploration encourages curiosity and engagement. Together, they build confidence, foster connections, and create a sense of belonging, making transitions smoother and more enjoyable. Trust versus mistrust. A simple explanation. What is trust versus mistrust? Trust versus mistrust is a concept from developmental psychology, particularly associated with the work of Erik Erikson. It describes the first stage of human development, which occurs during infancy, roughly from birth to around 18 months. During this stage, infants learn to either trust or mistrust their caregivers and the world around them. This foundational stage sets the tone for future relationships and emotional health. Key concepts of trust. 1. Definition of trust. Trust is the belief that others will provide what we need, such as love, care, and security. It represents a feeling of safety and confidence in relationships. 2. Development of trust. Infants develop trust when their caregivers respond consistently and lovingly to their needs. For example, when a baby cries and a caregiver promptly feeds or comforts them, the baby learns that they can rely on the caregiver for support. 3. Importance of trust. Trust is crucial for healthy emotional and social development. When a child feels secure and cared for, they are more likely to explore their environment and build relationships with others. For instance, a securely attached child may feel comfortable exploring a playground because they trust that their caregiver is there for them. Key concepts of mistrust. 1. Definition of mistrust. Mistrust is the feeling of uncertainty or doubt about the reliability of others. It can lead to feelings of fear and anxiety. 2. Development of mistrust. Mistrust develops when caregivers are inconsistent, neglectful, or unresponsive to a child's needs. For example, if a baby cries but is frequently ignored or not comforted, they may learn that they cannot rely on others for help. 3. Impact of mistrust. Mistrust can hinder emotional and social development. Children who do not feel secure may become withdrawn, anxious, or have difficulty forming relationships later in life. For example, a child who experienced neglect might struggle to connect with peers or adults, fearing rejection or abandonment. Important details. Balance of trust and mistrust. It's important to note that trust and mistrust are not absolute. They exist on a spectrum. A child may develop a sense of trust in some situations while feeling mistrustful in others. This balance shapes their overall outlook on relationships. Long-term effects. The experiences of trust and mistrust during infancy can have lasting effects on a person's relationships throughout life. Individuals who develop a strong sense of trust are often more capable of forming healthy, loving relationships as adults. Conversely, those with a background of mistrust may struggle with intimacy and connection. Role of caregivers. Caregivers play a crucial role in establishing trust. Consistency, affection, and responsiveness are key factors. For example, regular routines like feeding and bedtime help infants feel secure and cared for. Examples to illustrate trust versus mistrust. 1. Trust example. Imagine a baby named Emma. Whenever she cries, her mother comes quickly to comfort her, change her diaper, or feed her. Over time, Emma learns that her mother is reliable, and she begins to trust that her needs will be met. This trust allows her to explore her surroundings confidently when she starts to crawl. 2. Mistrust example. Now, consider a baby named Liam. His caregiver often ignores his cries or is inconsistent in providing care. Sometimes he is fed, but other times he is left to cry for long periods. As a result, Liam feels uncertain about whether he can rely on others, leading him to be fearful and cautious in new situations as he grows. 3. Impact on relationships. As adults, Emma may have healthy relationships, feeling secure and able to rely on her partner. In contrast, Liam might find it hard to trust others, leading to difficulties in forming close relationships or fearing rejection. Summary. Trust versus mistrust is a critical stage in early development that shapes how individuals perceive relationships throughout their lives. Trust develops when caregivers are responsive and nurturing, while mistrust arises from neglect or inconsistency. Understanding this concept helps highlight the importance of secure attachments in infancy, as they lay the groundwork for healthy emotional and social development in adulthood. Garland, a simple explanation. What is a garland? A garland is a decorative item made by hanging flowers, leaves, or other materials together to create a beautiful arrangement. Garlands can be used for various purposes, including celebrations, ceremonies, and home decoration. They are often associated with festive occasions and can be seen in many cultures around the world. Key concepts of garland. 1. Types of garlands. Flower garlands. These are made from fresh or dried flowers. They are often used in weddings, religious ceremonies, or festivals. For example, a bride might wear a flower garland around her neck or decorate her wedding venue with flower garlands. Leaf garlands. These are made from leaves or greenery. They can be used to create a natural look and are often used in home decoration. For instance, a garland made of ivy leaves can be draped over a mantelpiece or used to decorate a table. Craft garlands. These are made from various non-natural materials, such as paper, fabric, or plastic. They can be colorful and whimsical, making them popular for parties and celebrations. For example, a birthday party might feature a garland made of colorful paper cutouts. 2. Uses of garlands. Celebration decoration. Garlands are often used to enhance the beauty of space during celebrations. For example, during a holiday like Christmas, people may hang garlands made of pine branches and ornaments to decorate their homes. Cultural and religious significance. In many cultures, garlands have special meanings. They are often used in religious ceremonies to honor deities or as symbols of respect. For instance, in Hindu culture, garlands made of flowers are offered to gods during prayers. Personal adornment. Garlands can also be worn as accessories. For example, in traditional ceremonies, people may wear flower garlands around their necks or heads as a sign of celebration or honor. 3. Making a garland. Materials needed. To create a garland, you typically need a base and the decorative elements. Assembly process. The process involves threading or tying the materials onto the base. For example, to make a flower garland, you might cut flowers and carefully attach them to a string using floral wire or twine. Creativity. Making garlands allows for creativity. You can mix different colors, shapes, and materials to create a unique design. For instance, a garland can be made using a combination of fresh flowers, colorful ribbons, and dried fruit for a festive look. Important details. Cultural variations. Different cultures have their own styles and meanings associated with garlands. For instance, in Hawaiian culture, flower leis are given as a symbol of love and friendship. Seasonal garlands. Garlands can also reflect seasonal themes. For example, autumn garlands may include leaves, pine cones, and berries, while spring garlands might feature flowers in bright colors. Maintenance. If a garland is made of fresh materials, it may require some care to keep it looking good. For example, fresh flower garlands should be kept in water to prevent wilting. Examples to illustrate garland. 1. Wedding garland example. Imagine a wedding ceremony where the bride wears a beautiful garland made of white roses and green leaves. This garland symbolizes purity and love, enhancing the beauty of her wedding dress. 2. Holiday garland example. During Christmas, a family decorates their living room with a garland made of pine branches, red berries, and twinkling lights. This garland adds a festive touch to their holiday celebrations. 3. Craft garland example. For a child's birthday party, the parents create a colorful garland by cutting out shapes from colored paper and stringing them together. This cheerful decoration brightens up the party space and makes it feel festive. Summary. A garland is a decorative arrangement made from flowers, leaves, or other materials, often used for celebrations and ceremonies. They come in various types, serve multiple purposes, and can be creatively made by anyone. Understanding the significance and uses of garlands can enhance our appreciation for their beauty and meaning in different cultures and occasions. Jones, a simple explanation. The term Jones can refer to different concepts depending on the context. Below are a few common interpretations, including a psychological concept and a cultural reference. 1. Jones is a psychological concept. What is the Jones effect? The Jones effect refers to a psychological phenomenon where individuals feel a strong desire to achieve or possess something that others have. This can often be associated with feelings of envy or competition. It highlights how social influences can impact our desires and behaviors. Key concepts of the Jones effect. 1. Desire for social approval. People often want to fit in or be accepted by their peers. When they see others with certain possessions or lifestyles, they may feel compelled to acquire similar things to gain approval. For example, if a student sees their friends wearing trendy sneakers, they may feel pressured to buy the same pair to be accepted. 2. Comparison with others. The Jones effect is driven by social comparison. Individuals evaluate themselves based on how they stack up against others. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy or the need to keep up with societal trends. For example, if someone notices that their friends are going on vacations to exotic locations, they might feel the need to take a similar trip to avoid feeling left out. 3. Materialism and consumerism. The Jones effect can contribute to materialism, where individuals value possessions and wealth as indicators of success. For instance, advertising and social media often highlight luxurious lifestyles, leading people to desire those same lifestyles for themselves. 2. Jones as a cultural reference. Common phrases and usage. Keeping up with the Joneses is a popular phrase that means trying to match the lifestyle or status of one's neighbors or peers. It reflects the idea of competing with others to maintain social standing. For example, if a family buys a new car because their neighbors just did, they are keeping up with the Joneses. Important details. Impact on mental health. The Jones effect can lead to stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. When individuals constantly compare themselves to others, they may struggle with feelings of inadequacy or low self-esteem. Cultural influences. Social media has intensified the Jones effect by showcasing idealized versions of life that can create unrealistic expectations. Influencers often display a glamorous lifestyle, leading followers to desire similar experiences or possessions. Combating the Jones effect. To mitigate the negative impacts of the Jones effect, individuals can focus on personal values and goals rather than comparisons. Practicing gratitude and recognizing what truly matters can help reduce feelings of inadequacy. Examples to illustrate the Jones effect. 1. Social media example. A young woman scrolling through her Instagram feed sees her friends posting pictures from a lavish vacation. Feeling envious, she decides to book an expensive trip herself, even if it strains her budget. 2. Fashion example. A high school student notices that their classmates are wearing designer clothes. To fit in and avoid feeling left out, they convince their parents to buy them similar outfits, even though they had previously been content with their wardrobe. 3. Neighborhood example. In a suburban neighborhood, families often upgrade their homes to match the new features of their neighbors' houses. One family puts in a swimming pool because the family next door just built one, driven by the desire to keep up appearances. Summary. Jones can refer to the psychological concept of the Jones effect, which highlights how social influences can drive individuals to seek approval and compare themselves to others. The phrase "keeping up with the Joneses" illustrates this idea of competition and materialism. Understanding this phenomenon helps individuals recognize how societal pressures can impact their desires and mental well-being, encouraging them to focus on their own values and avoid unnecessary comparisons. Kolodny, a simple explanation. The term Kolodny can refer to different contexts, but one notable reference is to the work of David Kolodny, who is known for his contributions to psychology, particularly in the areas of therapy and counseling. Below is a simple explanation of his ideas and concepts related to therapy. Key concepts of Kolodny's work. 1. Therapeutic approach. Kolodny emphasizes the importance of understanding the client's perspective in therapy. This means that therapists should listen actively and empathetically to their clients to help them feel understood and supported. For example, if a client expresses feelings of sadness, the therapist would not just offer solutions, but first seek to understand the root causes of that sadness. 2. Client-centered therapy. One of the key ideas in Kolodny's approach is client-centered therapy, which focuses on the individual's personal experiences and feelings. The therapist creates a safe environment where clients can explore their thoughts and emotions without judgment. This encourages clients to take an active role in their healing process. 3. Building rapport. Establishing a strong therapeutic relationship, or rapport, is essential in Kolodny's approach. When clients trust their therapist, they are more likely to open up and engage in the therapeutic process. For instance, a therapist might share some of their own experiences to help clients feel more connected. 4. Holistic understanding. Kolodny advocates for a holistic understanding of clients, considering their emotional, physical, and social contexts. This means looking at how different aspects of a person's life affect their mental health. For example, a therapist might explore how a client's job stress impacts their relationships and overall well-being. Important details. Empathy and validation. Kolodny emphasizes the need for therapists to validate their clients' feelings. This means acknowledging that their feelings are real and important, which can help clients feel more accepted. For example, if a client feels anxious about an upcoming event, a therapist might say, "It's completely understandable to feel anxious about this." Goal setting. In therapy, Kolodny encourages clients to set personal goals for their sessions. This helps clients focus on what they want to achieve, whether it's coping, strategies for anxiety, or improving relationships. For instance, a client might set a goal to practice relaxation techniques before a stressful situation. Cultural sensitivity. Kolodny's work also highlights the importance of being aware of cultural differences in therapy. Therapists should respect and understand the cultural backgrounds of their clients, as these can significantly influence their experiences and perspectives. Examples to illustrate Kolodny's concepts. 1. Therapeutic session example. Imagine a young adult, Sarah, who feels overwhelmed by school and work. In her therapy session, her therapist, following Kolodny's approach, listens carefully to her concerns, validates her feelings, and helps her identify specific goals, like finding better time management strategies. 2. Building rapport example. A therapist shares a brief, relevant story about overcoming their own anxiety to create a connection with her client. This openness makes the client feel more comfortable sharing their own experiences. 3. Holistic understanding example. A therapist working with a client experiencing relationship issues might explore not only the client's feelings, but also their work stress and family dynamics. By understanding how these factors interact, the therapist can provide more effective support.